good, everybody? So in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you my art routine and my daily habits that I do to keep me in a creative state and always in a state of flow. The first thing that I like to do is journal. I like to journal whenever I get new ideas. I'll either write this down on my phone or also in my notebook. My notebook, I've been using it for years, and every single time that I get a new idea, I just write it down. I found out that writing it down really helps me stick my ideas, and it gives me a place to write down everything that comes to my mind, because sometimes I get really good ideas and then I write it down in my notebook and I try it out and it really works out well. This comes with video ideas that I make for TikTok, Instagram, or even just painting ideas to make. So I found out that I get the most ideas whenever I wake up early in the morning, because that is the time when my brain is the most active. Later in the day, my brain will become more fatigued and I'll just be ready to go to bed. So I'm not really coming up with more ideas later on in the day. It's more early in the morning that I come up with more ideas. And I like to have the journal next to me. It's on my nightstand right there. So whenever I get a new idea that comes to my head, I'm like, let me try that out. So I just write it down in my notebook and then I execute on it. Journaling is something that has really helped me out a lot with coming up with new ideas, because once you get in a state of mind of writing down everything that comes to your head, then more ideas will start to come to you. The next daily habit that really helps me out with my creativity is going out on walks. Now, I really like to go out on walks in the morning, because when I'm walking, then my blood is flowing to my brain. And when blood is flowing to your brain, then your brain becomes more active. Going out on walks, especially in nature, helps me get into a creative state of mind. So sometimes I like to just break out of my room, break out of the house, and go outside on a walk, and I'll come back home with some new ideas. I also like to bring my phone out with me so that I can write down in my notes app any new ideas that come to my head. Going out on walks really helps you out a lot, and this is scientifically backed that going out on more walks helps you with coming up with new ideas, becoming more creative, and breaking out of the same state of mind. When you're trapped in between four walls all the time, then your head is only in those four walls. When you go outside, it's an expansion of your reality. So going outside is gonna help you out in many areas too, and it keeps you healthy. So, and my next daily habit that I really like to do is going to the gym. Going to the gym and running, working out, all of those. I really like to move my body. I'm a very active person, and it gives me something to do, because whenever I'm painting, it keeps me still. But if I were to stay still for 24 hours of the day, I'd go crazy, because I need an outlet to put my energy into. That's why I really like to go out on runs. I like to work out. I like to lift and just work on my body. I really like to work on my physique, because I think that the body is art and you should take care of it. You should get it to a place where you really like it to be, and it's gonna help you live longer. So having a balance between staying still and moving my body, moving towards a goal, that is what gives me balance in life, because even if I were to just go to the gym all day, I would go insane as well. Balancing out the artwork along with moving my body, going out to the gym, going outside, going on walks, that is what gives me peace of mind. And this is really what helps me stay in a creative state and easily get into a state of flow whenever I want to. Now, another daily habit that really helps me out with my creativity is eating healthy foods. Eating healthy foods really affects you and your mental state, because when you're eating unhealthy, then you have a lot of brain fog. And brain fog is my ultimate enemy. I can't have brain fog whenever I'm working, because I'm gonna try to sit down and do something that requires my mental energy, and I'm not gonna be able to get anything done. I'm just gonna wanna sleep. So I found out that the foods that I eat really affect this area in my life. So I really have to start taking seriously the stuff that I'm putting into my body, because it's easy to just get influenced by everything that's around you. You're at the grocery store, you're trying to buy some Doritos, you're trying to get some chips, trying to get unhealthy foods, donuts and all that. Even though it might taste good in the moment, you're not gonna feel good after you eat it. That food, it's draining your energy and it's taking energy away from you. And food is supposed to do the opposite. It's supposed to boost you up, it's supposed to boost up your energy levels. It's supposed to get you in a clear state of mind. I like to eat healthier foods. I like to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. That's a part of my diet. And also because I like working out. So that is something that I really take a lot of care into, because I can't just be eating anything because I care about my body, I care about my mind, and I care about the work that I do. So I found out that eating healthy foods really helps me out in this area. And I've cut out all the junk food, I've cut out all the unhealthy foods, and I've replaced it with better habits. Now, another thing that really helps me out with my creativity is actually just spending more time with other people. Now, it might be a little bit confusing. You might be saying, how is spending time with other people helping you stay creative? Well, it's because as humans, we're not supposed to be alone all the time. We're supposed to be with other people. You might learn different perspectives from other people. So I'm always open whenever I'm having conversations with other people to learning their perspectives, learning what they know, because you can't just stay with your own state of mind. You might learn something about yourself by spending more time with somebody else. They might teach you something that you never knew, and then you can apply that in lots of other areas in your life. It's just like getting critique on your artwork. Somebody might say that, oh, maybe you should change this, maybe you should change that. You can apply that into your own artwork too and see, how is this gonna make me a better person? How's this gonna make me a better artist? Learning from other people is really gonna help you out with your creativity. And it's something that has helped me out with my own creativity. Now, I don't really like to spend a lot of time on social media such as Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all of the above. The reason why I don't really like to spend too much time on social media is because I feel like it kind of distracts me from real life, and it kind of puts a false image on what life should be. I just spend as minimal time on there as I can, because whenever I'm off of social media, I spend more time outside. I spend more time being present in the actual moment. And that is what the beauty of life is when you actually spend time in the present moment. I found out that cutting down social media in my life has really helped me out with staying in a clear state of mind that actually can think clearly without being distracted by what's online. Now, whenever I'm painting, I like to put on a little bit of music, or I like to listen to a podcast. Sometimes I paint without music, but I like to have something that's entertaining me on the side while I do it, because I'll set aside some hours of the day to focus on the painting, and if I'm working on multiple paintings, then I'll spend some time on one and then I'll move on to the next one before calling it a day. Now, the time of the day that I paint in kind of depends on how busy I am or if I have other things to complete in the day, but I normally paint in the morning or late in the afternoon, like when I'm about to go to sleep. Just because painting gives me like relaxation, it gives me a state of mind of just quietness. And if I really want quietness, that's like when I'm about to go to sleep or if I'm about to get my day started. I don't really paint in the middle of the day, but that's just my habits. I found out that I gravitate more towards painting early in the morning or late at night. Now, staying consistent with all these habits is where the magic comes. When I stay consistent with it for 3 weeks, a month, and so on, then that's when I really start getting in that flow state that I can't break out of, and it just comes to me naturally. And I really love this flow state because it just feels so natural to me. And the time just flies by, like the days just go out like this. And then the next day I'm ready to go back to it again. So staying consistent with it has really helped me out a lot. But whenever I fall off of it for like a week or 2 weeks, then it's a little bit harder for me to get back into that flow state because I'm not really keeping the same habits that I had that were keeping my brain in focus, that were keeping the gears turning, because our brain really likes to adapt to habits. So whatever habits you form in your life, that's what your brain is gonna adapt to, and is what your life is gonna circle around. So I really like to have these habits that I set into my life because it really helps me out with so much more than just my creativity. It helps me out with my health, helps me out with my mindset, and helps me out with my relationships so much more. So those are the daily habits that I have that boost my creativity, and that is also my art routine for you. I want to thank you for watching this video. Click the video on the screen right now, and I'll see you all in the next one.